I feel like I live in two different worlds. The first world is hustle culture, 996, work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Live on a ramen noodle diet, work with four roommates, you're working like an animal just so you can find your exit and hopefully sell your company for a nice little fat payday. The second world is the world of glamorization, right? You are putting perfection on a pedestal. You are emphasizing that everything needs to look good, everything needs to feel good. You got to have a stainless storyline where there's no heartbreaks, no losses. Everything is just perfect. Now tell me, between one and two, what would you rather have? I think there is no clear answer because while most people want number one, they end up living number two. And the real problem that I really want to talk about in this video is that we play it too safe. We play it too safe. That's how this ends up happening because the battle scar life is not an easy one, but it is the one that everyone remembers for. It's the one that you will never die in history as irrelevant. It's the one that we all want, but nobody wants to make the sacrifices for. And in this video, I'm gonna illustrate three principles why you have to not just think about this concept, but you have to actively choose to get battle scars. Now look, let me be very clear. I'm not talking about battle scars that we get. I'm not talking about scars that we're born with, right? We're not talking about that. What we're talking about are scars that are developed through experiences, through meaningful experiences. In his book, Principles, legendary hedge fund investor Ray Dalio talks about this concept that if you want to reach higher levels of satisfaction in life, you have to find problems to solve and struggle well. What does that mean? It means that the problem is just challenging enough that you can solve it, but it is also easy enough that it's not impossible. So it is, but it is, there is tension. There is tension, there is friction. It's not easy, but on the other side, there is something to look forward to. Now, bear in mind, this journey is not easy. You will walk away with scars, and scars doesn't just mean a little scratch. It could be actual emotional trauma. It could be broken bones. It could be the world will never look at you the same. And it doesn't matter what you sign up for, you will never end up stainless. It's not possible. The whole point of this video, the whole point of not playing it safe is that by the end of it, you will be a little beat up. That is undeniable. But my perspective and my position to you is you have to choose this every single time because this is a life that's worth living. Because principle number two shows that if you don't go for this, then you will live the greatest and quietest tragedy. You will go down in history as irrelevant. And that is the biggest tragedy because you're born as a human being. You have the same functions that any other human being has that's taken folks through new inventions and through new innovations, but you're going to go down in history as irrelevant because you didn't want to step out of your comfort zone? Is that the choice you really want to make? I know I don't. And I know most people, at least in principle, will agree with me that they don't want that. But they somehow end up there because their actions don't actually comport with what they feel and how they think. And so that's why you have to choose. And you have to understand that the unlived tragedy is the worst tragedy. Think about it. The average person, right? I'm talking about the 98%. What is their life like? They're born on a Monday. They go to school on a Tuesday. By Wednesday, they graduate and get a job, first job. By Thursday, they have a family. By Friday, they're trying to get some promotions. By Saturday, they're just trying to enjoy their life. Now they're having some health issues. And by Sunday, they're retired and then they pass away. That life is more common than I think anything else. It is extremely common and it's almost kind of sad because most folks, and you know, we've seen the numbers where if they ask folks at an elderly home or retirement home, what is their biggest regret? And for a lot of folks, it's not because they have battle scars or they signed up for something that they shouldn't have. It's because they have the regret of not doing anything. And that's the regret that I really hope I can convince you to avoid. It is very preventable, but it does require you to make some tough choices day to day, moment to moment. Are you watching YouTube? Are you watching Instagram? Are you scrolling, doom scrolling? Or are you reading a book that maybe you don't even want to because you don't care about it? Are you going to make new friends? Are you going to say hi to people that you ordinarily wouldn't? Are you going to put yourself in positions of rejection, losses, heartbreak? Or are you going to just hang out with the same three friends that you've always hung out with? Those are the tough choices. Some of them are easier than others, but at the end of the day, they are tough choices because you're constantly fighting against the comfort zone. And this leads me to principle number 3, the grind. This is a grind. Make no mistake. There is nothing about this that is easy or comfortable, but the satisfaction comes at the end of it because now you are going to be sitting like Thomas Shelby, right, from Peaky Blinders. The man has just so much aura. And the reality is, the reason why he has it is because he's done through the grind. He was in war in France. He was a tunnel digger, right? I mean, it's probably one of, as the show characterizes, one of the lowest positions and the grimiest positions in that show. But the idea is he put himself through so much of mental and physical labor that by the end of it, he came out so strong. It's like a phoenix rising through the ashes. And so with these principles in mind, I sincerely hope that you will take these lessons and you will choose the hard option every single time, because at the end of the day, there is something amazing to look forward to. Imagine who you're going to come out to if you do the hard choices, if you pick the hard choices every single time. I don't think most of us actually can imagine all that because so much of it is going to be dependent on how you perform well. I'm going to talk about that in my next video, because picking the hard choice is part 1. Part 2 is making sure that you're performing well and performing skillfully. That's going to take you to the next level. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please like my video, and comment below if you have any questions. I hope to see you in the next one.